Hey guys, it's Beth, Wrist from Ironton, Ohio. We had a big day here in Ironton with the election, and now I'm not going to waste your time with all the numbers and the definition of overvotes and undervotes and stats or anything like that. Now, I will do it tomorrow. But sometimes you just got to take time for yourself. I'm just processing everything that I have learned today. Now you got to figure there's a lot of things that goes on that society has still not conquered over that. Now, let me read through. Through a couple things. Okay, so listen to this. Okay, so if you look at tonight's election, and congratulations to Chris Haney and Jacob Hawk, and I voted for both of you, and I'm glad you're there, and you got my utmost respect. And but let's talk about the mayor race. Okay, so you've got each individual had they had their own words in saying what they were going to do, and I talked to several of them, and I said, don't say you're going to do this or you're going to do that. Just use one word, and these are highly educated people, and they said, "What's that word, Beth?" And I said, "Intention." Don't say, excuse me. Don't say, "I'm going to do this and I promise to do that. And I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that." Simply say, "It's my intention to accomplish this and that." That way, if you don't accomplish it, you're not lying. Don't say, I'm going to do things. I'm going to change things. I'm going to do this." Well, has anybody heard from Sam yet? He's right there at the top, isn't he? Now, but listen, if you look at the figures and you see the amount of votes out of the population here, people don't vote anymore. Why is that? Because they don't trust the system. Now, of course, I'm not going to go into depth right now. I will tomorrow, or I may tonight. That's my choice. Okay, so let's talk about this one thing. What years did women get the right to vote? Okay, passed by Congress June 4th, 1919, and ratified on August 18th, 1920. Google, and anyway, it says the 19th Amendment granted women the right to vote. The 19th Amendment legally guarantees American women the right to vote. Achieving this milestone, what is different? Let's think about that. What is different than giving the women the right to vote? What's that? Kind of balances out with kind of like slavery, right? We are not second-class citizens, women. We are not. Okay, but anyway, and neither are black people or anybody skin color. It doesn't matter. Okay, anyway, so if you go down through here on Google, and it says, achieving this milestone required a lengthy and difficult struggle. Of course it did. What man wants a woman to have control over anything? Well, okay. So victory took decades of agitation and protest. Now, how many protests or agitation have you seen that a man had to suffer through? 0, right? Okay, so let's go on to something else. When did women vote legally for the first time? The first state to grant women the right to vote had been Wyoming in 1869, followed by 1870, and Colorado in 1893, Idaho in 1896, Washington in 1910, California in 1911. Oregon and Arizona in 1912, Montana in 1914, North Dakota, New York, and Rhode Island in 1917, and Louisiana, Oklahoma, Michigan in 1918. Okay. Now let's go back. Let's go back a bit. When did Native American women get the right to vote? 1924. Okay, American Indians didn't become U.S. citizens until the passage of the Indian Citizenship Act in 1924. Who were here first, people? Who were here? Who were here first? Whose land was this first? Not ours. Okay. Okay, so we go to, and even then, they continue to be denied voting rights until the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Okay, 1965. Okay. When did blacks get the right to vote? Now, you got to remember all the slavery issues and Abraham Lincoln and all that, but I'll go into depth in that. I'm getting to a point. Just stay with me. So anyway, who was the first woman to vote legally? Well, her name was Lydia Taft. T-A-F-T. She was born 1712 and died 1778. A wealthy widow was allowed to vote in town meetings, Massachusetts in 1756. No other woman in the colonial era are known to have voted. Okay, why did she have the right to vote? Okay, so let's move on. Okay, what year could black males vote? Let's click on that. Passed by Congress February 26, 1869, and ratified February 3rd, 1870, okay? 15th Amendment granted African American men the right to vote, okay? Have you guys seen The Color Purple? Watch it, okay? And then you ask, how did black males get the right to vote? Well, it says on Google, the 15th Amendment, ratified in 1870, extended voting rights to men of all races. Did you hear what I said? The 15th Amendment, ratified in 1870, extended voting rights to men of all races. What about the women? Oh, man, you guys are so easy. Okay. Now, let's see. Who opposed the Voting Rights Act of 1965? Now, I was 3 years old. On May 26, the Senate passed the bill by a 77 to 19 vote. Democrats 47, 16, Republicans 30 to 2. Only senators representing southern states voted against it. There you go. Okay, so we can go on and on with this all night, but let me just tell you something, okay? Okay, it says on July 6, 2020, 3 years ago, when the 19th Amendment became law on August 26, 1920, 26 million adult female Americans were nominally eligible to vote, but full electoral, excuse me. You can go on and on through here and everything. But anyway, I just want to touch base with you tonight. It's been a long day for all these politicians, and I went out with a dear friend of mine, and I celebrated because I wasn't a part of it, and it's great. I wasn't a part of it, and the mystery cup. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, tonight, there's people. Anybody that tells you that character is not about being a politician, character is everything about being a politician. Now, if the community wants to, and I have nothing against Sam, I'm not going to stand with him or stagger with him, but I have nothing against him personally. But you don't see him having commercials. You don't see any advertisement about him at all, do you? He hasn't spoke out. He hadn't had a press conference. He hadn't had anything, to my knowledge. Now, if he did, Sam, have your goonies correct me. I'm right here, 1515 South 10th, Ironton, Ohio. Okay. So anyway, it's just odd how things turn out. And I'm not by any means saying anything is rigged or anything like that. I'm just saying when you only get under 1,000 votes to run for mayor to control the city of Ironton, out of 10,000, maybe I think it's 10,041. I might be wrong, and if I am, feel free to correct me. Why do people not vote? Well, why don't they? That's their right to vote. Why do you not exercise that right? Why do you not? Because you think nothing's going to change? You think nothing's going to change? Now, of course, I don't live in Cold Grove, and I have nothing against Andy Holmes or anything like that. I actually supported Andy Holmes, and I don't care if I hurt anybody's feelings in Cold Grove. I don't care. I lost respect for him when Landon Hutchinson, it was on the news about him and what he did in the government building there with the weed and the beer and the young minor girls there. And on the news now, I have the utmost respect for Murphy. I mean, he's awesome. Utmost respect for him. And he said on Channel 3, it's not me saying it, he was on Channel 3 saying, we won't tolerate this. We won't tolerate it. And then Andy Holmes comes on there and he says, well, he wasn't in uniform. Andy, honey, are you taken up for what this cop did? And now you're mayor. So now everybody's going to look to you. Now, what are you going to do, Andy? What are you going to do? Are you going to say, oh, well, he wasn't in uniform. He was in your city building. It's on video. I didn't make the video. I didn't buy the beer. I didn't buy the weed. Well, he wasn't in uniform, and it's been taken care of. Well, why would you say it's been taken care of? Explain to people exactly what you did to take care of that. He's at Hanging Rock right now, pulling people over. Because you, not Mike or Murphy, but you on city council there, allowed that to, let him go. And like I said on a video last night, I think the people in Cold Grove, I think the people in Ironton, I think the people all around the world in each city or county or any destination would really respect the fact somebody actually stand up and say, listen, we are not going to tolerate this corruption, and don't give these officers, these young officers, the opportunity to go on to the next police shuffle and go on to the next village to continue corruption. So, Andy, with all due respect, sir, well, I don't have any respect after you said, well, he wasn't in uniform. Don't matter. He was in your building at the mayor's chambers. The gavel was right there on the news on Channel 3. So now, if you're going to tolerate that, Andy, and I don't care what people think of me in Cold Grove, and, I speak my mind, and I'm not afraid. But if you're going to tolerate that, like I said last night, which looks worse? Just letting people, it's already been on the news what he did. Just let people slide and forget about it. That way you won't draw attention to your village. Well, the news already brought attention to it. Now, if you say, we won't tolerate that, like Murphy said, press charges. Put that officer in jail, along with all the people that he arrested, all the people he arrested while he was doing all of the stuff that was in the video on the news. Why should they be in jail when he's out controlling everybody else's lives in Hanging Rock? And I can go on and on and on about each individual officer, and I will. But tonight, Sam Cramlett, and I wasn't the only person that posted the video of Sam take me, he's the mayor of our city. What an example, what an example, what an example. But yet, he got voted in there, and he's in there with Amanda Clary for the runoff. And I tell you what, people, if you're going to sit back and not exercise your right to vote, that's on you. So you just keep taking those fees. You just keep taking the bullshit crap that the government feeds you on a daily basis and just take it as a face value. Well, I like him, so I believe him. Well, I don't care if you like me or not. I don't care if you believe me or not. I don't care. Don't care. But Amanda Clary and Chris Perry and Kelly Smith, you know, Chris Perry obviously was had a hate crime against him. Somebody wrote on the door at his where he volunteers to work and say dropout, half breed. That's a hate crime. Now, did IPD solve that? No, they didn't. Was that their top priority? No, it wasn't. We'll get back to that. In depth, intensely in depth. Okay, so we got the runoff coming up, and I'll get the facts before I say anything. It's late, and everybody's probably either sad or celebrating, and I understand that. I'm not going to bother anybody tonight. But anyway, yeah, Amanda Clary, she is a person that could change things, whether she is female or male. But Sam, honey, if you're so proud of being the mayor and making that, what is it, $89,000 a year? Wow. Fix that tail light, buddy. If you're making $89,000 a year, pull into old Tacket's over there, and old Vicky will hook you up for free. You can fix that tail light, and then you won't have to tell that state trooper, oh yeah, I busted that out last week, and then the girl that come over and said, take me, knew about your tail light. Wow. I don't know who you are, honey, but you made a fool of yourself across the country on YouTube. And that's fine. That's none of my concern. That's yours. But anyway, we will continue this later tonight or tomorrow at my convenience. Not yours, at mine. And so we will think about this runoff on November 21st. Now, today is officially the 8th. It's a little after 12. And I've talked to some of the candidates, and I got their feedback on stuff. And, I would like to know how you can get the top votes when you're that young and you don't tell your education or your background. Well, I think everybody's seen your background all across the country on YouTube, honey. But now Amanda, you got Amanda now. She's a smart young lady. And she was at every council meeting when I was on council. And she's contributed a lot to this community. And if you've watched her campaign, you can see that. Now, I'm not neglecting anybody that wasn't in the top 2. I will be talking about each one of those in depth. But I'm just saying, oh, mercy. People are so much, they're so, don't be a follower, honey. I mean, yeah, Connie, Sam's mom, I love you to pieces, honey. We go way back, nothing personal, but, you came here to my house, and I signed when I was on city council, I signed his petition to run for mayor, and I signed everybody's petition that asked me to sign it. I just disagree with his way of addressing the city on a regular basis. I disagree with him not returning calls. I disagree with him not being in the office. I disagree with him in his sunglasses, in that tight dress coat. Honey, you think that shows your muscles off? I think it, just get a bigger jacket, honey. I think that, I'll stop right there. Anyway, what are you going to do to me, sweetie? You can't do nothing to me. Okay, so anyway, now I will be, publicly endorsing Amanda Clary. And I will, be in detail telling every single accomplishment she has accomplished. And it's nothing against you, Sam, but you don't set a very good example, honey. Even though you got these 500 and some votes, if you do the math, you get all the drinkers in Ironton. And I have nothing. I had a margarita tonight at Toro Loco. Had a great time. Celebrated the election because I wasn't in it. I wasn't in it, and I won't be in it. So, but anyway, we will. Let me see here what I got. Let's see if we got anything funny pops up. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Everybody sleep. Oh, mercy. I don't have to get up and go to work tomorrow. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. But anyway, I'll be back here in a little bit. I'm going to talk to these 2 people that just messaged me. And I will get back to you. And, Eric, honey, I talked about you earlier. If Miranda calls me and she's got a hair out of place, I'll be right there. You want to hurt that child? I'll be right there. And I'm a concerned citizen. I'm not a constitutionalist. I'm not chilly. I'm me. I'm Beth. It's that simple. I will voice my opinion, and I will continue to voice my opinion, and I don't care what you fucking think. I don't care what any of you think. Grow some balls, people, men or women. If you're so afraid you can't speak out what you think, shame on you. I feel sorry for you. I'll be praying for you because, grow a backbone, people. Politics is a brutal, cutthroat business, and it is not something for the faint-hearted. It's not. Oh, mercy. But anyway, I will be back here. I might be back here in a little bit. I might not. Now, we'll see what happens, won't we? Now, I'm going to return some calls. Now, if I come up with any more information, I will get right back to you. Okay? Now, remember, Eric, one hair on her head. I'm watching, buddy. One hair on her head. I'll be right there. And I'll go to jail. Sister, when I called down there to ask about this individual. Now, Beth, you remember what happened to Chili. Well, unlike Chili, I'm not afraid of going to jail. I'm not afraid. What are they going to do? Are they going to kill me in jail like they have other people? I'll go out that way. I'm going to heaven. I'll go out that way. But by God, I guarantee you, nobody will forget who I am or who I was. Because if you are afraid to speak out, people, what do you stand for? What do you actually stand for? If you can answer that yourself, and if you can answer and just comment. Now, you don't have to like or subscribe. I don't care. I don't keep track of all that crap. And, I can be monetized on Facebook and I can put ads on there. I don't care about all that, But anyway, speak your mind, people. Nobody can do anything to you. So anyway, I will get off here for now, but I might be right back. I'm going to return some calls, and I may get some figures and give you detailed information about the election tonight and more about the runoff. Now, if you people don't understand what that means, Google it, okay? I don't have time to explain every single thing to you. I think I've told you all. You can find just about anything you need to know on Google. Or you can go to YouTube and you can even ask YouTube, how do I fix my toilet? And by God, they'll have a video telling you. You don't have to call a plumber that bends over and you see the crack of his ass on there. You don't have to have a professional plumber to come to your house. Go on YouTube and they will tell you step by step how to fix your commode or your sink or your pool or your curtains or your door. Okay? Oh, people. Speak out. Okay? Don't be scared. Don't be fraidy cat. Okay? Beth is turning. Hey, God bless. I will look into those numbers and I'll be right back. Okay? God bless. Good night. Stay tuned.